last season. He was amazing, had 3,109 yards and 43 touchdowns. So Cole Taylor balled out last season, but now with a completely new receiving core, we'll see what it looks like. All three of these big name receivers, Braylon Hill, Waylon Henson, and Aiden Smart, all new to the team. They each had 8 receptions last season. He's looking immediately to Hill, his leading receiver. He was able to get the first down early, but down by Gonzalez.
Cole Taylor's pass complete to Braylon Hill. First and 10, BHS.
Hey, Parker, I'm doing camera now.
Really good for a wide receiver. I'm excited to see what this game has.
Yeah, Braylon Hill has 15 receptions on the season, 187 yards and 4 total touchdowns. And 8 receptions, 89 of those yards, and 3 of those touchdowns, all of them except for 1, came last week against Hayes. Where they were able to get the win 35-31. He finds Hill again, cuts back inside, and he's able to pick up 3.
Great job by number 4, Gio Gonzalez, being able to read that. He's giving it to number 12 again.
Yeah, Gonzalez had a great game last week against Cornerstone in that loss for FBCA. They lost 37-7, but Gio Gonzalez really showed what he's bringing talent-wise as a sophomore. Taylor in the shotgun, 4 receivers out wide. He's looking at it, it's tipped, almost intercepted by T2, and it's still caught. He's still going. That's number 5, Jalen Jones. Oh my goodness, Jaden Jones was able to find that one after it got tipped at the line. T2 Williams was almost there for the interception, but Jones was able to corral and get the first down.
Great awareness by T2 and effort to try and take that ball away, but he didn't quite get it. At least he tackled him down before he got any more yards.
That's true, but the first down was enough to move the chains. Ball at the 44 of the Eagles. Taylor looking deep. He's got his man, and he just overthrows him. I think that was just a bad mistake there by Taylor as he threw it to Aiden Smart, but he had a wide open Quaylen Penson for the touchdown. He just missed him. Penson already with 2 touchdowns on the season. And we do see a flag. Let's see what this one is. They're going to call holding on the Eagles on AJ Shell. He was holding Aiden Smart, so maybe if he wasn't holding right there, that would have been a touchdown, as that's where Taylor was going. Still surprising as he had a wide open Penson for the touchdown. But you know what? It's good enough for an automatic first down with the holding from Shell.
I think this game we're going to see a lot of throwing. Pflugerville is definitely a throwing team. We don't see much running from them, but I'd like to see how they change it up because they know that Fort Bend is going to adapt.
Yeah, AJ Shell is going to be a big test game for him, the sophomore corner, and he finds Hill on the screen. Hill's got to make a guy miss, and he's brought down by Wadlington after a gain of 3.
Great block by number 14 as he stopped Gio from being able to attack the wide receiver that caught the ball, gaining more yards on that pass.
Yeah, Quaylen Penson right there, receiver, and that's something that's very important as a receiver is to know how to block. That's one thing, it's very underrated skill, but it's something that coaches recruit, especially at this level. They want you to know how to block as a high schooler. Quaylen Penson definitely doing it right there to help Breland Hill get some more yardage. Taylor's going to throw it again, still have seen 0 rushes, holding on Tracer, they don't call it, and he's just going to throw that one out of bounds.
Even though there was holding on Trace Holster, he wasn't able to quite get to the quarterback. He still had great pressure, causing the quarterback to throw it away, and with a gain of no yards.
Yeah, good play there by Holster, and he already has 6 sacks, like we were saying, 7 tackles for losses, and 6 of those are sacks. Now 3rd and 6, and you know, Pflugerville, yeah, I don't think they're going to throw it, especially on a 3rd down and 6. So we'll see what they have in store. 3 wideouts and 2 men in the backfield. One of them's Penson. He goes in motion. Taylor looking deep, feeling the pressure from Jeppy Wynn, and he's going to dump it off to his running back, number 10, Timothy Edwards, and it will not be enough for the first down. Going to look like 4th and 1 coming up.
That was a very important play to set the tone Let's see if they can get it with this 1 yard left for the first down. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, 6 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first. 4th and 1, and Pflugerville has the offense out on the field. Let's see if we see their first rushing play of the entire game. Only 1 yard to gain. Almost got Jeppy Wynn to jump, but he stays back. If he was playing D-line, he probably would be in offsides right there, but thankfully he's in the linebacker position. So he won't jump offsides. Taylor going to hand it off to Hill. Breland Hill, the receiver, gets outside, and he's able to get the first down. He just escaped the arms of Patrick Wadlington. It would have been a tackle for loss, and you can see that Wadlington is audibly upset right there.
We can tell that Breland Hill is really good at running it too, as he has 73 total rushing yards for his season so far. But keep in mind, he's a wide receiver with 187 total receiving yards. So it's really good by him to be able to run that ball.
Yeah, Breland Hill, just the elusiveness that we see from him, it's amazing. As they can line him up in the backfield, they can line up in the slot or out wide, and he's going to make a play anywhere. Fake the gift to Hill. Taylor, feeling pressure, steps up in the pocket. Holster gets to him for the sack. Trace Holster's 7th sack of the season.
Great job by Fort Bend, making that quarterback feel the pressure. Not quite being able to make the play, just getting the tackle on him with a gain of little yards.
And Trace Holster keeping up the sack streak. He had 4 sacks in the game against Savio in the 24-0 victory. Then against Cornerstone, they lost 37-7, but Holster had 2 sacks, and then he's already able to pick up his first one to add the total to 7 on the season. And we are just at 6 minutes in the first. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Panthers. 4 receivers out wide. Edwards in the backfield. They motion Hill on the screen, going to throw it up to Penson, but it's caught by Smart. He just overthrows Penson, and Smart was there to catch it for the touchdown. It's almost a good thing that Quaylen Penson didn't catch that ball.
That was great communication by the quarterback and his 2 wide receivers. Quaylen Penson looked like he was going to go catch it, but knew that someone was behind him and that someone was probably more open, because he could tell that the ball wasn't straight to him, and he was right. Good communication there by the 2 of them.
Yeah, that's great analysis on that. As you saw, Penson jumped up, and then he realized it wasn't going to him, and he let Smart get the touchdown. Panthers take the early lead, 6-0.
Number 9, Cameron Thornton, able to get past the offensive line, not quite in time to take out the quarterback or the running back, but just enough to have a little pressure for the quarterback to, for the running back to get a little yards on that.
So now the Eagles are set up, 2nd and 1 coming up at the 34 of the Panthers. They really want to bring this one close, try and get another touchdown. To Wadlington, who's able to get the first down. So that moves the chains for the Eagles. Not a big run, but it does enough.
The high snaps just delaying the play time a little bit, not giving enough time for Wadlington to find an open gap.
And because of that, Wadlington wasn't able to get much, but it was enough for the first down. Only 2nd and 1, sorry. So the Eagles get the first down to keep the chains moving. Ball at the 32 of the Panthers. 4:30 remaining in the first. 4 receivers out wide. Williams, Parker Woolley now in the game. Dylan Cooper and Mario Gonzalez. Donnie Avery out of the game for the first time that we see. Williams on the screen. Tibbetts being chased. And he gets taken down. That's number 25, Kerman Shepard.
As he was coming down, he almost dropped the ball. That would have been bad, but I think he was already down, so it wouldn't have counted as a fumble, but great tackle right there.
Yeah, Shepard was able to chase him down. Tibbetts really couldn't outrun Shepard and his speed there at the edge position. Now we see Donnie Avery coming back in the game for Parker Woolley.
Parker Woolley did really good against our first game against St. Dominic Savio, getting 1 interception, and it was a really good catch right there for him.
Yeah, and he was able to return it for almost 30 yards. So Woolley, we're going to see a lot more of him on defense. As I heard, Donnie Avery was going to be playing a bit less. As he gets the ball right there, he's going to have to make a guy miss. Cuts back inside, And nice running there by Donnie Avery, making a couple guys miss. And he's able to get a couple yards, but still going to be 3rd and long.
Tackled by Keyshawn Ware and Cameron Thornton for the Panthers.
Donnie Avery plays both sides of the field. He plays both defense and offense, and he has 3 solo tackles. All of his tackles are solo, and he's really good on both sides of the field.
Yeah, we're going to definitely see less of Avery as he came in, never playing DB. Make the Panthers jump. Tibbetts releases, finds Avery, but he just drops it. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down, so it's going to be 4th and 13 coming up, and Coach Hoff has a decision right here. Are you going to punt or are you going to kick this one with the leg of Gonzalez?
Right there, Mario and Avery both had a little miscommunication. They were both running the same route. Mario realizes this and goes the other way.
Look at this. Coach Kitchens is keeping the offense on the field. 4th and 13, and this is a wild decision that we see here from Coach Kitchens. I definitely want to hear more about what he's thinking right now. 4 receivers out wide. They get the guy to jump. Offsides. It's a free play. Tibbetts going deep for Cooper. Can he find his man? No, he cannot. Just throws it out of bounds. But it's a free play for the Eagles. It'll bring up 4th and 8. Now we'll see if they want to bring on Mario Gonzalez in the kicking unit. And another instance of Brady Paus's helmet coming off. He's saying that it's getting ripped off. Emilio Yamin's going to have to come in for this play. He's saying that the Panthers are ripping his helmet off, it looks like. There we get the call. Offsides on the defense, so be a 5-yard penalty. 4th down. Now we see Cullen Wilkerson coming in. Eagles offense is staying on the field. Cullen Wilkerson, he actually had a great catch during pregame. They were running team, and he was able to moss Donnie Avery, one of the best DBs that the Eagles have. It was a great play by the sophomore receiver, trying to take over what his brother did last season. Now he's at LSU. Let's see what Wilkerson does. Tibbetts has to step up in the pocket, and he's taken down immediately. That is the 2nd sack of the day for Melvin McPherson, and the Panthers force the turnover on downs.
Great pressure right there for the defense. Number 55, Melvin able to get that tackle, second tackle of this game, and it's just now starting. He's doing really good right now.
Yeah, McPherson with his 2nd sack already. Now 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Definitely an interesting decision for the Eagles to go for it there. They kind of were in no man's land, as it would have been a super long field goal attempt for Gonzalez. But also, that's something that we know he can make. Now we see Mario Gonzalez actually going in at safety, taking out Patrick Wadlington, the Eagles' best safety. Cole Taylor's going to give it to Edwards here. He's able to break 1 tackle. Cuts outside. We see a flag thrown before he's brought down by number 52, Grayson Simino.
Flag on the play.
We'll have to see what this flag is. It looks like they're saying it's on the Panthers. Might see a holding call. Yeah, that's what it's looking to be.
Holding.
So that'll be a holding on the Panthers. 2:22 remaining in the 1st quarter. And that'll back them up 10.
Penalty backs up the Panthers. 23 yards.
Now we see Dylan Cooper coming in at cornerback, matched up with A.J. Shell. As I was talking about, Donnie Avery going to see a lot less action here at cornerback. So Dylan Cooper is going to have to step it up. Along with A.J. Shell, we said this is going to be a big test game for him as he's matched up against Breland Hill, the Panthers' leading receiver. Panthers 4 receivers out wide, Edwards in backfield. They put Smart in motion. They're throwing it to him on the screen. Smart breaks 1 tackle, and he's able to get past to the second field. Great job there by Aiden Smart as he was able to break a tackle and then get past the secondary. Now it's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Once again, we've only seen 1 run from this Pflugerville team. I think that's because they have their leading rusher, Grant, out this game. He's injured. He leads the team with 78 receiving yards as that one's caught by Smart. Smart makes 1 guy miss. Struggling with Gonzalez, and he's able to pick up the 1st down before Simino gets there.
Great job by Semino taking him down. That was a really good play right there. Really good juke by that receiver. Just wasn't able to get by Grayson Semino.
Yeah, Morgan's also struggling with him right there. And that just shows the physicality of Aiden Smart at receiver. Good thing that big guy like Grayson Semino at linebacker was able to get there and help him tackle him. Penson in motion. Holster, pressure. Penson's wide open. No, that is not Penson. It's actually Jaden Jones, who is wide open, just sitting duck, and he's able to get the catch for a huge game for the Panthers.
This play is definitely going to set a tone for that play is definitely going to set a tone for this game for Pflugerville. They're looking to win this game.
Already up 7-0, 30 seconds left in the first, and they are pushing it on the Eagles right now. Taylor going deep. He has Penson wide open. Touchdown, Panthers. Cole Taylor finds his man, Quaylen Penson, in the end zone. And Cole Taylor now has 8 touchdowns on the season, his second of the night.
Just within the first quarter, we've seen a lot of action from Quaylen Penson. Great touchdown right there. Mario Gonzalez just not fast enough to be able to reach Quaylen Penson to tackle him.
And Gonzalez, that's not what he's used to doing. He doesn't usually play safety, as we've seen the starting safeties have been Brant Probst and Patrick Wadlington, but Wadlington has been out from safety this entire drive by the Panthers. So that's really interesting to see. What's wrong with Patrick Wadlington? He's coming back in right now to play running back, but taken out at safety. So you gotta wonder why they took Wadlington out and put in Gonzalez, because Gonzalez just got torched right there for the touchdown. Panthers take the lead 14-0. Quaylen Penson gets past the defense, and he's able to get the wide open touchdown. 14-0 Panthers, 19 seconds left in the first. You're watching Eagles in the Air.
And more at aplusfcu.org. Emmanuel Delera will kick for the Pflugerville Panthers. Number 1, Donnie Avery. And number 2, Tremont Williams Jr. back deep for the Eagles.
As we are set now to kick this one off, Panthers lead 14-0 after Quaylen Penson was able to get past the defense wide open for the touchdown. This one is not going to be returnable. It's going to bounce out of bounds, which will give the Eagles good field. Kick is away. Avery's going to field this one at the 8. He's got some blockers in front of him, and he's not able to get past the traffic. Eagles will get the ball at their own 31.
Donnie Avery on the return. Tackled by a host of Pflugerville Panthers.
Donnie Avery doing really good this season with Fort Bend. Remember, this is his first year here, so he's new with a bunch of these players, and he's going to have to get used to how they play. And right now, it looks like he's adapting really well. He's doing a really good job.
Yeah, we know the receiving core from the Eagles is basically brand new. Mario Gonzalez, the only returner, and he didn't even play receiver much last season. You have him, Donnie Avery transferring in, Dylan Cooper coming up from JV, and then Tremont Williams coming up from 8th grade.
Mario Gonzalez is experimenting with a lot of new positions here, such as punter and cornerback and wide receiver and safety.
Yeah, having to see him go in at safety and wide receiver, not his normal position, but he is a great punter and great kicker, and he's looking to get into college with that. Handoff is to Wadlington. He's got a couple yards before he's brought down. Now we see Chase Meyer coming in at running back. And Lauren, tell us something about him.
Chase Meyer is also a freshman. He wasn't as nervous to come in this game as he has some background playing football. He actually didn't play in middle school, or he played in middle school, but not for Fort Bend.
Yeah, Chase Meyer, a great running back for the Eagles. Already 14 carries and 43 yards. He averages over 3 yards a carry in his freshman season, so that's great to see, especially with 2 senior running backs in front of him with Will Kipp and Patrick Wadlington. That is the end of the first quarter. They're going to flip sides here. Panthers lead 14-0. Quaylen Penson making plays, and Cole Taylor able to get 2 touchdowns after one. You're watching Eagles in the Air.
Maury, go set up to interview. Tell Toby we want an on-field interview. Okay, find Toby and tell him we're ready for an on-field interview.
Eagles offense back out on the field here in Pflugerville, Texas. Panthers lead 14-0. Temperature of 88 degrees. And I would say that it's gone down a bit for sure. It was hot earlier. We'll see how that impacts the play. Chase Meyer in at running back. I'd say it's gone down about 6 or 7 degrees. And Tippett's going to keep it himself before the play is blown dead with a flag. Going to be a false start on the Eagles. False start on number 2, Tremont Williams, the receiver. Definitely a unique false start situation. We don't see that one happen a lot. But Williams just a little jumpy right there, and that one's going to bring up the false start. And now we know the energy here for the Eagles. They were really excited coming into this game. They were really encouraging of each other. That was just dropped by Tremont Williams. Would have been a nice 6, 7, or 8 yards right there.
2-2, not quite ready for that pass. As he knew it was coming for him, but wasn't ready. It was slightly in front of him. Couldn't get his grip on it.
15 seconds into the second quarter. And is already 3rd and long, 3rd and 14 now for the Eagles. And Tibbetts is in a rough scenario right here. 4 receivers out wide. Meyer in the backfield. Parker Woolley in the game for Avery. He's going to roll out to his right. Tibbetts a bit high for Cooper, and he's not able to reel it in. Tibbetts has been rolling this entire game so far. That one's going to bring up a 3 and out for the Eagles. But we see the offensive line. We have Emilio Yamin in, and the freshman coming into play with Aaron Howe injured. So that's definitely one of the storylines to watch. We saw Cole Whitten was getting rushed a lot last game against Cornerstone, and then Tibbetts, same thing is happening, and it doesn't help that you have your big guy Aaron Howe out. Mario Gonzalez set to punt this one away. This is a way better punt than his last one. This is a far one, and it's fielded at the 40-yard line. Panthers are going to set up in their own territory at the 40, and we'll see what Cole Taylor can do. He has 2 touchdowns on 2 drives already. Eagles defense is yet to be able to stop the Panthers, so we'll see what's coming up now for Cole Taylor and the Panthers.
We don't have to have a timeout. It might just be a stoppage of time because he's not doing anything. He needs to be ready to go. So tell him to stay next to you. Go tell him right now. Say, stay over here with me. If it's any breaks, we'll go right there.
Cole Taylor and the Panthers offense set up now at their own territory at the 40. They're playing a bunch formation right now. No receivers out wide, but 3 guys in there with Breland Hill, Penson, and Smart. The pitch is to Breland Hill. He's going to take it himself. He gets outside past Wadlington, is able to pick up the first down and more. Hill, nice run there, 15 yards before he's pushed out of bounds.
Breland Hill able to find the gaps just to get enough space to get more yards. Really good run by him. He's doing a really good job of it.
And he flips this one to put the Panthers in plus territory at the Eagles' 44-yard line.
Injury timeout.
We also have an injury at down Eagle. We have to see who that one is. It looks like it's T2, Tremont Williams. That is not good for the Eagles. And we're going to flip this one to Toby right now. He's down on the field with Jonah Kalu. Toby, what's going on? And we are back. Oh, Toby, we're going to flip it to you.
Panthers first
Now we
down
are back.
for Ben 44.
Thanks for that input, Toby. That was great to hear. Tremont Williams is able to walk off on the field under his own power, but he's going to have to come out for a play. And now we'll see what Cole Taylor and the Panthers offense can do. Donnie Avery back in at corner as Aiden Smart was able to get past Shell, makes him miss, jukes him against. And what a play there. Aiden Smart gets past Shell and he makes him miss. Takes two guys to take him down. And inside the red zone, the Panthers are.
We should give a little credit to the O-line as the wide receiver was able to get out that far. There was still very little pressure from the defense. O-line doing a really good job protecting their quarterback right there.
Now it's going to bring up first down and 10. Panthers with the ball at the 12. Three receivers out wide. We see a different one this time. Number 83, Tyrone McGill, now in at receiver. In motion, you have Penson. And immediately right there to bring him down is Donnie Avery Jr. What a play there by the junior corner.
Great read by Donnie Avery. As you can see, number 14 tried to break that tackle and get by, but Donnie Avery did not let him do that. Great job sticking with him.
Now second down and 11 after the loss of one. Great tackle there by Avery on Penson. We've seen the screen work a couple times for the Panthers, but Avery was able to read it like a book that time. Four receivers out wide. Edwards in the backfield. Hill in motion. He's going to dump it off to Hill on the screen. Nice blocks in front, and a beautiful tackle there by Gio Gonzalez as he's able to shed the block and then get the tackle.
Gio doing a really good job getting by that defender, just sneaking by with number 12 not able to, or being surprised when he's tackled.
A great play there by Gio Gonzalez. As we mentioned, he had a great game last week against Cornerstone. 2 interceptions, and he was making tackles all over the field. Gio Gonzalez has been a swarm monster. Now 3rd and 6. Taylor looking to the end zone. He's got his man, and great defense there by Avery to break up the pass. Taylor couldn't find McGill, and it looks like the offense is staying out on the field. 4th and 6.
It was a good job by Donnie Avery being able to read that wide receiver, knowing when the ball is coming and putting his hand in the air, not able for the ball to get past for the wide receiver to catch it. It was a great job right there for him.
And now we see the field goal unit coming on late. So the Panthers are going to get some points on the board. It's not 7, but they should be able to get 3 points on the board. Kick is up, and it is good. Panthers extend their lead by 3, 17-0, Pflugerville. But the Eagles were able to hold them to 3. Great job by the Eagles defense, being able to step the foot down, saying you're not scoring 7 more, you're only scoring 3. But the Panthers are able to put some points on the board. 9:04 remaining in the half. You're watching Eagles in the Air.
This kickoff brought to you by Golden Chick. Founding sponsor Golden Chick is proud to support Texas high school football.
Hey, get Toby to talk to T2 when it's done.
Manuel Delaire on the kick. Back deep for the Eagles, number 1, Donnie Avery.
Now we are set to kick this one away. And you see T2 still not in the game, still talking to the trainer on the sideline. Toby will try and get an update for us soon. But right now we have Dylan Cooper taking his place. That's already a loss that you see as Williams had a great return out to the Pflugerville 40, his first return. Deep kick, and Cooper is there to corral at the 5. Dylan Cooper, his first return as an FBCA Eagle. He's able to break outside, but Pflugerville was there to swarm him down at the 19.
Dylan Cooper waiting for his blockers to make gaps, but he couldn't quite find one. He just started running because they started swarming him. Wasn't able to get too much yards on that.
Yeah, Cooper, he has 4 receptions and 12 yards. And I was talking to him pregame. I was like, Cooper, what are you looking forward to most? And he said, I really just want to prove myself right now. Like he was saying, I haven't done too much. I want to step up, and he's already done that. He's taking back returns now. He's gotten a couple targets this game, so you can definitely tell that he's talked with Coach Kitchens, he's talked with Tibbetts, and he wants to get more involved in this game.
This offense is missing T2, a crucial part of their offense, as he scored two touchdowns in his first game against St. Dominic Savio. The offense is definitely going to be missing him.
Now Gio Gonzalez coming in at wide receiver, his first action that we have seen this season. He did a great job playing wide receiver for the middle school team. Now coming up as a varsity member. As the pass is out to Cooper, we were just talking about him. He's able to get past the first guy, and he falls down in bounds, gain of 6.
Great read by number 21 Banks, knowing that it's coming to Dylan Cooper, not letting him get any yards on that.
A nice throw there by Tibbetts, able to find him inside, and then Cooper is able to get outside to get a couple more yards. A gain of 5. Now we have 2nd down and 5. 8:23 remaining in the half. Pflugerville leads 17-0. Eagles have the ball on their own 25. 2nd down and 5. Tibbetts lines up. 3 receivers out to his left. Handoff is to Wadlington. He's able to break free. Patrick Wadlington into deep territory. And Wadlington with a big run, rumbling down past the 40-yard line.
Great strong run there, right by Patrick Wadlington, able to break a tackle. The ball will be at about like 47. Great run there, great field possession for the Fort Bend Eagles.
And Pflugerville is going to call for a timeout. Just want to corral after Patrick Wadlington. He's had a couple of great runs already this game, as he had 67 yards this season already, and he's able to add on to that. Probably going to get 100 yards just from this game already. Patrick Wadlington is balling out. Pflugerville leads 17-0. Eagles have the ball on their own 47, rolling with Patrick Wadlington. Big run. 8:02 remaining in the half. You're watching Eagles on the Air.
After the timeout, 1st and 10 Eagles from their own 47.
And now the Eagles get back out there. Will Kipp lined up in the backfield. We'll see what happens. 2 men in the backfield. Tibbetts, a little miscommunication there. He tried to hand it off. Both running backs went outside, and a nice hit there by Banks. It's going to be a loss of 1. Lauren, you were saying that you saw T2 trying to come back in the game. What was that about?
Well, T2 had his helmet on. Looks like he wanted to go back in the game. I think it might have been just like a cramp or something that was happening with him. We don't know quite for sure, but it looks like he really wants to go back in the game and put himself out there, and that he's mad that he has to come back on the sideline. Maybe they might put him in next drive.
Yeah, definitely. As you saw, he got waved off. Gio Gonzalez still in the game, so they probably already just switched the game plan for Gio. Set up more instead of T2. As you know, Gio is more the physical, heavy hitter guy, and T2 is that deep ball guy that you can find. As we have another injury, Panthers defensive tackle looks like. Is that McPherson? I think that might be Melvin McPherson down, number 55. That'd be a huge loss for Pflugerville. He already has 2 sacks. It's going to be Kingston Porter, actually, the other defensive tackle. McPherson's okay, but Porter is down, and he looks to be in a lot of pain. Big loss there for Pflugerville, as they've been causing pressure on Tibbetts all night long.
Kingston Porter, the injured Panther.
This is Gio Gonzalez's first game going in for the offense. He's played defense, and he's gotten a bunch of big hits, such as against Cornerstone Christian. Big hit. Even though he got fouled, it was an incredible hit and great strength there by Gio Gonzalez.
And now we're going to send it out to Toby. He has an injury report for us.
Y'all were talking over.
After the injury timeout, it's 2nd and 10, Fort Bend from their own 47.
2nd and 10 now as the Eagles set back up. Porter was able to walk off under his own power, but he was definitely sluggish. 7:16 remaining in the half, 2nd and 10 now. Tibbetts is going to fake the give, and he is pressured immediately, just dumps it off, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. But he was pressured way too much there by number 9, Cameron Thornton. He hit Tibbetts hard from behind.
Great blitz by Cameron Thornton. We've seen a lot from him today, doing great on defense. He's doing really good with that blitz, just giving pressure to that quarterback, or to our quarterback, not able to throw it right where we wanted it.
Yeah, Tibbetts felt the pressure, so he just got rid of that ball. And the FBCA sideline, they're very upset about that, almost livid. As you could tell, Coach Kitchen's talking about it. They did not like that hit to their quarterback, as this is already the 2nd quarterback in the depth chart, as after him, they have Patrick Wadlington, the running back. Low snap, and Tibbetts just has to fall on it. The entire D-line was able to get past the offensive line. Grayson Semino and Brady Paws weren't able to do anything right there, as the D-line just got right past him with that swooping motion.
Snapping's not that thing that gets enough appreciation. If it's too high, there's not enough time for the play, and if it's too low, it causes it to be a fumble, and the play doesn't even happen. The quarterback has to jump on it. It's something you really have to watch out for.
Yeah, that's a big thing right now going on. Will Lucifer, the new center for FBCA, as Gonzalez is able to get the punt away. Nice punt by Gonzalez. Called for the fair catch at the 23. Pflugerville takes over. 6:16 remaining in the half. You're watching Eagles on the Air.
That defensive stop brought to you by the Daspit Law Firm. The anchor sponsor of Pflugerville ISD Athletics, Daspit Law Firm proudly supports our student athletes.
Now Pflugerville sets up at their own 25, 6:16 remaining in the half. They're up 17-0. Taylor looking for his man. He got Hill on the screen. Hill makes a couple guys miss before he's brought down at the 35.
They've been looking at Braylon Hill a lot. He's been getting a lot of action this game, and he's able to just get a few yards. But even though he's getting a tiny bit of yards, those yards are helping them create momentum to go charge farther down the field.
Taylor takes a snap, shotgun. He's able to find his man. Looks like that's smart. And a nice run there, and he's able to get the first down.
1st and 10, PHS.
Now 5:30 clock rolling. Pflugerville wants to score before the end of this half. They're up 17-0. They would definitely like to add on to that. Jumped off sides from there. That's Trace Holster. And a nice job to sell it right there. The offensive lineman, number 79, and number 78, that's Isaac Lyons.
Offsides on the defense, number 11.
There they call the offsides on Holster, and he's going to beat himself up after that one. Trace Holster is a very competitive guy. When he makes a mistake, he wants to fix that for sure. You know that's just Holster's mentality, so that one's going to beat him up, but he's going to try and bounce back right now. $5:15 remaining in the half. Taylor in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers out wide. Edwards as the receiver. He's going to lob it up to him, and it's going to be incomplete. Good defense there. Coverage by Grayson Semino and Will Kipp.
This pass falls incomplete. 10 for number 10, Timothy Edwards.
Pflugerville is really good at short passes, the same amount of yards that you probably get on a good run. Yeah.
And we also see Tremont Williams Jr. going back in at safety. Mario Gonzalez coming out. Will Kipp with the pressure right there. Taylor's going to have to get rid of it, and he takes a sack. Jeppy Wynn with his first sack in his career. Big loss right there, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Panthers. Jeppy Wynn, beautiful job to chase Taylor out of bounds and finish the play. That's that swarm mentality that the Eagles like to preach about. Taylor getting the play. 4:53 remaining in the half. 3rd and 8 at their own 46. Taylor takes a snap. He's going to dump it off to Edwards. Edwards isn't able to pick up the first down. Nice tackle there. A.J. Shell, Grayson Simino, and Jeppy Wynn, and also Will Kipp able to bring him down. 4th and 2. This is going to be an interesting decision here. See if they keep the offense on the field or if they punt this one away.
Pflugerville's running team isn't very good. Remember, they're a passing team, so likely they might do a short pass. If they try to run it, they might not get it. They might hand it off to number 12, Brayland Hill. It doesn't look like they're going to do that, though.
And Coach Hoff is going to call for a timeout. Maybe didn't expect the Panthers to go for it on 4th down. But as you were saying, they're more likely to just dump it off than hand it off to Edwards. And you saw that's exactly what they did there. Just a quick little screen play to Edwards, and Edwards was able to make a couple guys miss to make it a more manageable 4th down, because Pflugerville has been going for it on 4th down a couple times this game. Definitely playing aggressive there by their head coach, Charles Taylor.
Yeah, as we can see, T2's back in the game. He plays a crucial role in this game as he plays offense and defense. He's really good on defense and really good on offense, scoring a lot on offense and making a bunch of good plays on defense. He's locking up the defense. He's locking up the wide receiver, making sure that the quarterback isn't looking at that receiver.
Yeah, that's that safety net position that you talk about so much. Patrick Wadlington and T2 do a great job playing that role, helping out A.J. Shell and Donnie Avery. As we saw, Shell got torched on that last one, that long bomb to Smart, and then Avery's been played with this entire game. So we're going to see, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how T2 coming back in this game affects the passing attack for the Panthers. 4 receivers out wide. 4th and 2. Big 4th down play. Drive going. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 41. Taylor drops back. He's playing empty right now. Holding on Holster. They're going to throw that one. This is going to be a dead play anyway, and Taylor's just going to keep it and run for some. But Holster just threw his arms up. That's what you're told to do when you're playing that defensive end role. If you're being held, throw your arms up so the ref can see. And that's the second time now that we've seen Holster just get held. The first time they didn't call it, but they're going to throw that one right there. That will bring them back 10. 1st and 20 now coming up for the Panthers.
If Trace didn't get held, he probably would have gotten that tackle. That probably would have been his 7th sack of this season. Probably would have been 8th sack of this season, as he's doing a really good job. And right now, he's doing a really good job with that.
Yeah, 2nd in Texas in sacks coming into this game with 6. And then he already has, that would have been his 2nd of the night. He already has 1. So 7 sacks on the season. That is the most out of any private school player. And then 2nd most in all of Texas, 29th most in the entire nation. Trace Holster with some amazing stats to start off this season. The junior edge rusher feeling the pressure right there as it's dumped off to Penson. And a great tackle there. Jeppy Wynn was there immediately, only a gain of 3. Jeppy Wynn causing havoc in the backfield.
Great job right there looking for Coylin Penson. Coylin Penson, knowing that he's open, knowing that the quarterback's going to throw it, able to get a few more yards on that, but not enough to move the game a little bit.
Yeah, as you were saying, Penson, with that awareness, he could tell that Taylor was going to take a big hit from Holster, so he just turned around. He could have gone farther down, probably would have still been open, but he turns around because he knows Taylor has to dump off the ball. So he's able to get a couple yards, gain of 3. Taylor dropping back. Holster feeling the pressure. Taylor's going to keep it himself. Can't find anyone. stays in bounds, and he's going to be sacked by a whole house of Eagles. Holster and Semino were the first there.
Taylor on the keeper.
You can see the quarterback pointing to number 12, Braylon Hill, right there, as he was trying to ask him to block for him so he could get more yards on that, because Trace was chasing him down the field. But it wasn't very good communication, and Braylon Hill didn't know what was going on, and they didn't get any yards on that play.
Yeah, that leads to only a gain of 1. Very short yardage right there. 3rd and 16 now. This is the best that we've seen the Eagles defense holding up the Panthers offense and this amazing passing attack. Only 4 yards right now, as we've seen, because they were backed up from the holding. Now we're going to see a timeout called for on Pflugerville. 2:23 remaining in the half. They still have that 2-minute timeout. That's a new addition that we see come into private school football now. I even forgot that they were there. I saw the addition that they made to it at TAPSCon, and I totally forgot. I was like, what is happening? There's 2 minutes left, so did we add a 2-minute timeout, or did some team call for an extra timeout? But that's exactly what they did at TAPSCon. I remember hearing down, sitting in the long press conference. Sometimes it's a little boring because it's a bunch of people just talking about rules and stuff. Not my kind of thing, but you know what? They get the 2-minute timeout out of that, and that's something that changes the strategy of the game for sure. That's something that we saw added into college football pretty recently, and then now seeing it in the high school level. That's really cool to see. Also seeing pitch clocks in high school level. Just the new additions to try and make the high school game more similar to the professional game.
Yeah, the 2-minute timeout definitely plays an important role. Gives them a nice rest and gives them time for a nice pep talk, able to pump them back up for the game.
Yeah, so 23 seconds until we hit that 2:23 in the half. 3rd and 16, a big 3rd down here for this FBCA Eagles defense to see if they can hold the Panthers. Panthers up 17-0. Taylor drops back, feeling pressure from Holster. He's able to get rid of it, and it's picked off. Patrick Wadlington with a beautiful read and the interception. Cole Taylor throws his first interception of the season.
Great pressure by Trace Holster right there, as the quarterback couldn't exactly quite control the ball right where we wanted it to go, and it just didn't quite get there, and it was a great read by the defender, being able to pick it off. So now it'll be Eagles ball.
Just underthrown, as you were saying. It was just underthrown, and Patrick Wadlington was able to make a perfect read to get under that pass and get the interception, his first of his Eagles career, because he started playing safety last season. You might say, that's not good, he's a senior. This guy just started playing safety, and he has already been a huge addition for the Eagles.
Yeah, Patrick Wadlington, the first game he played, he got a passing touchdown to T2.
Yeah, so I guess you can say that he has a touchdown this season. It was a passing touchdown, because that handoff is to Trace Meyer. That's Chase Meyer, actually, and he's able to get maybe 1, but it was a great job by the Pflugerville D-line to hold him right there, as we are going to hit the 2-minute timeout now. Pflugerville Panthers lead 17-0. Look, they wanted to get some more there. 3rd and 16, and it was picked off by Patrick Wadlington. Eagles with the ball on their own 14. 2 minutes to go in the half. Down 17. 2nd and 10, you're watching Eagles in the air.
If you're planning on stepping on the field and matching the intensity, the hustle, and the swagger that we're bringing, man, you gotta match nothing is more powerful than the team working together with the single focus to come out on top. Just like our squad, John Danson and his team of lawyers will never be outworked. They show up every day to fight for the rights of the injured, and they win big for you.
Eagles offense sets up at their own 14. 2nd and 10. 17-0 Panthers. Tibbetts with Meyer in the backfield. The give is to him. Chase Meyer breaks some tackles, and he's able to find the hole. Great running there, and it's going to be 3rd and 1.
The offense is definitely missing a big role. Aaron Howe, he injured his ankle 2 games ago. It didn't look that bad. I watched it back, but when you think about it, 300 pounds falling on your ankle isn't gonna feel good. So I feel bad for him, but I hope he gets better.
Yeah, definitely. Aaron Howe was a little upset to miss this game. Also, Cole Whitten and Kalu were also. But they all should be ready to go for next week, and we'll see how Emilio Yamin does right there, and he lets the defender get right past him to hold him to 4th down. And that's something that you just wouldn't see happen if you have Aaron Howe in there, as Howe just has that experience level. Yamin, only a freshman, so he's going to have to grow and get more experience and grow through this program. He has a good shot to play more next season, especially with Howe graduating as a senior. But right now, it doesn't look like it's his time to shine as he lets that one go for a loss of 1. And the Eagles aren't going to be able to let this one roll to half. They're going to get maybe about 30 seconds when Gonzalez punts this one away. Eagles call for the timeout right there. When it hits 1, 29 seconds left on the game clock. Actually, 27. It wound down a bit more than I thought. So Gonzalez is going to have to try and boot this one away, and we'll see what the Panthers can do. They have 1 timeout, 27 seconds left. Maybe they can try and score right here. There we actually see the game clock get reset to 30 seconds. So 3 more seconds that the Panthers get. And that'll help them out a lot. As you know, 1 second can change the entire game, so 3 seconds will definitely help out the Panthers. Gonzalez is going to want to boot this one as far away as possible. Maybe keep it rolling to wind off some more clock. Gonzalez, get this one away. Good punt there by Mario Gonzalez. It's a sky boom, and it's going to keep bouncing. That'll wind off more clock. Panthers jump on it, and it'll be 20 seconds is what it's going to look like. Let's see if they reset the clock right here. It wound down to 17. A 55-yard kick there from Mario Gonzalez, as that was a rocket, a boom there from Mario Gonzalez. He had a 70-yard punt last week, so we know that he has that leg. Mario Gonzalez really showing it off. And we'll see what Pflugerville can do. 1 timeout, 1st and 10, and they'll have the ball at their own 21. And that's not going to help. An illegal block in the back already on that punt, and that'll back them up even more to make this one a lot harder.
Pflugerville having to jump on that ball because either they didn't call a fair catch or they touched the ball, puts them in really bad field position. Let's see if they can bring it back for a good field position so that they can score.
I don't even think that that's what it was. Like, you were saying that it could have been a fair catch that he didn't call for. I personally think they just wanted the clock to stop because you know when that ball is rolling, the clock is running too, and they need as much time as they can get to score. 17 seconds left, and they have the ball in their own 11. So it's definitely going to be hard for the Panthers to try and score right here. Let's just see if they take a knee or just run it, try and go to halftime. 17 seconds, they have 1 timeout, but they have been torching the Eagles deep. Mario Gonzalez playing safety up top. Let's see if they try and target him. They're just going to run it with Edwards, and that'll take us to half. Panthers lead 17-0.
Tackled by number 20, Will Kipp.
Panthers trying to get one last score within this half. Not able, don't have enough time. That's why I think Bradley was right there. He said they jumped on they jumped on the ball to get more time. But as you can see with that run right there, the time's all up. They weren't able to score.
Yeah, so it's going to be 17-0 Panthers as we head to half. Eagles will kick it off to the Panthers. Panthers start with the ball. Up 17-0. Cole Taylor has 2 touchdowns, and it's been pretty good so far. You're watching Eagles on the Air.
Well, yeah, she's really wide. They're not going to stay here. Hey, with 5 minutes left, back up here.
I heard there's a bunch of zone 1. You're good.
Go to one.
Wide. Set it wide.
Hang on. Go like medium wide right here, like 40 to 40.
Yeah, I see,
Like
see the
20 to
circle,
20.
the logo in the middle. That's good right there.
Hey, with 5 minutes left, Jonathan.
The sideline.
5 minutes left, Joe. 5 minutes left. Come back up here, okay?
Because they're going to walk on the field.
Please welcome to the field our Emerald Dance Team from Shirley, Texas.
You got sound on? Chris?
Yeah.
You gonna do this or you gonna go to the ground? All you need is gonna get 2. So if they happen to go wider than that, you go to 1. They'll probably stay with the 2.
Riley, can I go?
Riley, your microphone still on? Okay, so let's turn it on so we can hear the music again.
I got it.
You got it from here? From cameras? Lauren, how's it going?
I said, let's
Hey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in welcoming the 2025-2026 Fort Bend Christian Academy Emeralds Dance Team. The Emeralds are Chaplain Christina Iowa, Social Officer Livy Payton, Social Officer Sierra Spragan, Trinity Capello, Ellie Light, Camilla James, First Lieutenant Trinity Simpson, Colonel Kelsey Wynn, Manager Avonlea Crane, and Director Kelsey Campbell.
You still on 2?
Great job, ladies. Your Emeralds of the Week this week are Trinity Simpson and Libby Payton. Great job, Emeralds. Now up from Fort Bend Christian Academy, your 2025-2026 varsity cheer team. Your varsity cheer team is made up of senior captain Gabby Anthony, captain and All-American Joelle Cadiz, co-captain and All-American Morgan Carter, juniors co-captain Tyler Whitten, Emily Tiernan, Francesca Mero, All-American Michaela Rogers, All-American Preston Patterson, Kathy Way, Mia Galvan, sophomores All-American Ava Grace Olson, Camille Ritz, Chloe Whitfin, Grace Lee Tyler, Harper Brown, Joanna Anthony, and Sophia Hughes. And your freshmen are Paige Henley, Daria Liu, and Grayson Tyler. Give it up for the varsity Fort Bend Christian cheer team.
Go ahead.
Great job, Eagles. One last time, give it up for Fort Bend Christian Spirit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 48th line of Pflugerville Fusion Dance AB. Co-dancers of the week are JP Jada Banks, to the varsity Pamela Yevis, also for Fusion AB, Isabella Baca and Daniela Velasquez. Walking for Fusion Dance are Major Victoria Garcia, Lieutenant Colonel Mia Krause, and Colonel Mary Rose. This week, Fusion Dance and JV will be performing their classic Bob and Sue routine with some very special guests.
Makes you feel happy like an old time movie. I'll tell you about the man.
Using that, I'd like to thank our platinum sponsor,
Maybe it won't be any different.
Efficient AC Electric and Plumbing, Wildflower Orthodontics, EcoClean, Hip Clean, Keyed In, showcases Shinjuku by Hannah Peel in the Manchester Collective, Piano Man by Billy Joel, Piano Concerto Number 2 in F Major Opus 102 by Shostakovich, Piano Concerto Number 5 in A Flat Major Opus 73 by Beethoven, Grand Piano by Nicki Minaj, Heart and Soul by Frank Lesser and Hoagie Carmichael, and Chopsticks, arranged by Charles Owen. Featured performances of this show include Lilo Baker, Travis Peterson, Oliver
You
Page,
guys are down there?
Evan DePonte, and now, led on the field
We're gonna get you
by
out.
Sheila Adams, Fabiola Garcia,
Second half.
Evelette
Find Toby.
Maciel.
We'll do a quick interview with you
Panther
four.
Band proudly presents Keyed In.
This is why I can't stand watching.
Our woodwind member of the week, Amy Martinez. Brass member of the week, Dalia Acuna. Percussion member of the week is Aiden Bowe. Our color guard member of the week, Kelly Jacobs. The section of the week is the flute section. The directors for the Panther Band are Tristan Cook, Hannah Mays, Ryan Ornelas, Daryl Wagner, and O.D. Wilson, with assistance from Zach Duncan, Hunter Ehrlich, Brent Kennedy, Ethan Lee, Joshua Luna, Alicia Rodriguez, Kyle Rude, Lex Stewart, and Gabriela Zuniga.
If you're planning on stepping on the field and matching the intensity, the hustle, and the swagger that we're bringing, then man, you better pack a whole lot. Nothing is more powerful than a team working together with a single focus to come out on top. Just like our squad, John Dafford and his team of Warriors will never be outplayed. They show up every day to fight for the rights of the injured, and they win big.
A-plus Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Pflugerville ISD community. In fact, we give back thousands of dollars each year to PFISD, grants, scholarships, sponsorships, and more. We're also honored to partner with a number of PFISD schools to provide free financial education. Welcome back to Pflugerville Panthers!
To some second half action we have here, the Eagles student section. How do you guys stay hyped up and keep the team energized when we're down 17-0 coming out of the half?
Well, I mean, you know, cheering for our team is like the best way for us to, like maybe make a comeback. So it's just like, it's fun to do. It brings us all joy, and I hope it brings the players joy.
I feel like with the power of friendship, we can all come together and make us win this game. It doesn't matter how down we are, but if we come up, we got this.
So what inspired y'all to drive all the way out here to Pflugerville to come support your Eagles?
I mean,
Will Kipp.
well, and the rest of the Eagles, we love them all so much, and they're awesome.
Wait, did I say Will Kipp?
Will Kipp!
I'd say probably Mario Gonzalez.
Thank y'all so much.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you know there's 500 viewers.
First and 10 at their own 7 as we start off half number 2.
In the first half, we were able to see that Pflugerville's really good at throwing the ball. So let's see if they change it up a little bit with a little bit of runs. And it looks like Braylon Hill and their star wide receivers are running out for catching.
High snap to Taylor, and Taylor, he's got to get rid of this one. He's able to find Hill. Braylon Hill, broken play. Braylon Hill gets past, and he's turning on the Jets. T2 Williams chasing. Can he catch him? He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers! Williams can't chase him down. It was a broken play. High snap. Taylor's able to find Braylon Hill, and a beautiful job by Hill as he's able to chase all the way down, breaks past Williams, and he can't catch him.
Braylon Hill able to get that past that first defender with an open field, and the crowd is booming. The crowd is insane.
And that got me going, 23-0 Panthers. What a play there. Braylon Hill finds the end zone once again for his 5th touchdown of the season. On for the extra point. They're going to fake it. Penson's keeping it, and he's got the 2. That makes it a 4-score game, so the Eagles can't get 3 touchdowns to score right there. Fake kick, and Quaylen Penson was there. Oh my goodness, we are back.
Pflugerville had their second kicker in, number 84 in place of 85, and he didn't even get to kick it. Instead, they decided to have a fake to Quaylen Penson, and they still scored.
Yeah, Martinez Ortiz, the kicker, was in there, and Penson kept it himself, 25-0. And what a way to start the half. First snap, you got a touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion on the fake extra point. And now the Eagles just got to figure out what's going on. Of course, that wasn't a designed play for the Panthers. It's a broken play, high snap, and Taylor and Braylon Hill do what they do best, and we're able to connect. Broken play doesn't change anything for the Panthers.
Manuel Galera to kick off the Panthers. Back deep for the Eagles, number 1, Donnie Avery.
Last year running, we had Colton Popovich, and he did really good against Pflugerville. But this year we have Patrick Waddlington, and he's proved himself to be as good as Colton Popovich, and that he's a worthy player.
Set deep to return this one. We have Donnie Avery and Dylan Cooper. T2 Williams is not in. Definitely something to look out for, as he had 2 great returns already this game. And Williams was the one who chased down Hill. He wasn't able to catch him, but he was chasing. He did eventually catch up to him, but it was too late as he was in the end zone. Gotta hope that Williams is okay. Cooper's gonna get this one at 13. Coop's got some space. Coop cuts outside, and a beautiful tackle there. Oh my goodness, lunging hit there. That's number 24, Karan Ross.
Great hit by number 24, just knocking Dylan right out of bounds. Not able to get any more yards, but great scoop right there for the ball, right when he was picking it up for the return.
Big hit there by Ross, and you gotta hope that Coop's okay. Looks like he's ready to go in on offense, but a little shaken up after a big hit to the head. T2 Williams still on the sideline, helmet off. So maybe not ready to go in quite yet.
Offside on the kick team, number 20.
Wow, offsides on the kick. And you know that FBCA, they like to get their big kick returns. That's how they've been able to set up these nice offensive drives. So they're going to make them re-kick right here. We saw T2 Williams with a couple of great returns. Cooper didn't want the one that he had, so we're going to have a re-kick coming up. They're going to be kicking from their own 35. Still Avery and Cooper deep to return. Kick is away. It's a booming kick. Almost same spot. Cooper fields it at the 6. Cooper, nice blockers. Dylan Cooper breaks free. Dylan Cooper doing what he does best, turning on the Jets and getting out into plus territory early on.
As Bradley was talking earlier, Dylan Cooper wanted his big moment, and I think that was just it. He got a really big return right there. Even though it was a re-kick, he did really good on that and was able to come back with an even bigger mentality and look for the gap right there.
And that's why they wanted that re-kick, because otherwise Cooper got out to maybe the 30. That would have been 5 yards from there. Eagles would have had it at their own 35, but instead with the re-kick, they're setting up at the Pflugerville 40 with the chance to put some points on the board.
That was also the second re-kick of the game. Something's not clicking with this Pflugerville kicking team.
Yeah, they had, I don't remember what it was, I think a false start, and then the offside. Wadlington, he gets the give. It's a nice run there. Strong run by Wadlington. He'll pick up 7.
As Bradley said, strong run by Patrick Wadlington, able to break through those tackles and go straight up the middle for a gain of 7 yards.
And this is a big loss. Melvin McPherson down with an injury. He has 2 sacks on the game. That would be a huge loss to lose the key defensive tackle right now. And he's hobbling off the field. Doesn't look to be 100%. He can't walk. He is walking under his own power, but not completely 100%. So we got to hope and see that McPherson's okay, as he's had a big game already.
It's not something you like to see with one of your star players on defense. Number 55 has had a few big plays this game, and it's sad to see him out.
Tibbetts lines up empty. This is the first time we're seeing empty formation right now for the Eagles, with 5 receivers out wide, including Wadlington, the running back. Wadlington in motion. The give is to him on the jet sweep. Nice block there by Cooper. Wadlington's got some space, cuts back inside, and he's close to the first down line. Let's see where they give him.
That block there by Dylan Cooper really helped out Patrick Wadlington right there, as he's able to gain more yards and put the ball in a slightly better position.
Yeah, nice block by Cooper, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be a short one. So let's see if the Eagles just try and punch this one ahead. Maybe a little bit of Philadelphia Eagles action with a little bit of a tush push, or we just see the give to Wadlington.
As it's 3rd and 1, it's a very important play for the Fort Bend team.
Lining up in shotgun formation, jumps off sides. We see the play. Eagles have a free one, launching to Gio Gonzalez, and he just can't bring it in. That would have been a huge play for the Eagles, but the offsides gives the FBCA Eagles an automatic first down.
Really good placement on the ball. Gio just was a little bit ahead of it, but we got to remember this is Gio's first game of the season going in for wide receivers, so I think he's doing a pretty good job of that and tracking down the ball. He just has to adjust to the ball a little bit more.
Eagles first down at the Pflugerville 26.
And the Eagles are moving right now. You have the good return by Cooper, some strong running by Wadlington, and now the penalty gives them the first down. Ball at the 26 of Pflugerville. This is the farthest that they've made it, closest to the red zone that they've been this entire game. Let's see if they can capitalize off it. 1st and 10. He's able to find Avery, who is met immediately. What a tackle there. Caleb Gaston in at corner.
Caleb Gaston right there. He knew it was coming right there to Donnie, and he was able to read that really well. He saw that Donnie was open, and he said, you know what, no one's on him, I'll guard you. And he did exactly that.
And that's what the cornerbacks are told to do. You see He was watching Avery the whole time, and when Avery turned around, slowed down to catch that pass, he knew the ball was coming that way. As the cornerback, you're not supposed to look at the QB. You're instead supposed to look at the receiver. He was able to do that, and because of that, he made a great play, tackling him up for the loss of 1. 2nd and 11 now. 4 receivers out wide. Avery in the backfield. He loses the ball. He's going to throw it to Tibbetts. Braden Tibbetts makes a guy miss. Oh my goodness, trick play for the Eagles, but it doesn't work out due to the bad handoff. They end up losing 2. I like the idea, but execution could have been better.
T2's back in. It looks like he's been on and off this game. Hopefully he's in for good, and he'll stay in.
Yeah, Tremont Williams Jr. has definitely made an impact when he is in this game. We saw the big returns. Now let's see if they can throw him the ball. Four receivers out wide. Wadlington in the backfield. Gonzalez to the top of your screen. That's Gio Gonzalez, not Mario. It's going to be a screen to Avery. 3rd and long. Avery needs some more. He's not able to pick up the first down, but it will bring him into field goal range.
8 of 10. Tackled by a number of Panthers.
Great block right there by number 55 on the Eagles.
Brings up a 4th and 5 for Fort Bend Christian.
Holden Probst, he's a freshman this year. This is his first time playing on varsity. If he didn't get that block right there, it would have been a completely different play.
And FBCA is going for it, 4th and 5. False start on Dylan Cooper, and that one just hurts. This is going to bring up 4th and 10 now, and Cooper's going to come out of this game for Parker Woolley. He had the big return, and then the false start. We'll put him back 5. Long 4th down now. Let's see if they bring in Mario Gonzalez. And they're going to call a timeout on the Eagles. We're going to Toby down on the field. What do you got?
The high school football game, is it really that much?
Keep it going. Wait, should I keep it going?
Yeah, it's on. Coach Slide's ready for an interview. Welcome back to Eagle Stadium. We have here Coach Laz. Today we've put on a special teams clinic. Do you have any comments here about how the Eagles can capitalize on the great field position given to us by our special teams?
Yeah, I mean, right now we got a big play right here on 4th down, and this is one of those opportunities, right, where you practice all week for opportunities like this, and so we're about to see if we can take advantage of it. I mean, they moved the ball down here, and we got 35 yards after the special team, so we got a big play right here.
Thank you. What else do we have in store for us the rest of this game here? I mean, we've done a great job on defense holding them so far. What can we look forward to the next drive?
Yeah, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. I mean, on the last drive was a big play. We actually made a good play, and it was just it was a fluke thing that they did. And so we just got to be patient. I mean, we're doing a good job of holding them out of here. Oh, right here, let's see. Tremont, look it. All right, you guys got to be in there. We got 4th down and 12. We actually made a play. So anyway, we got to be consistent and hang in there, right? If we just keep hanging in there and doing the same things we're going to do, we're wearing them out. Grit wins long term, and we get to hang out with Jesus the whole time. So anyways, they're doing a good job. They're doing good.
Thank you so much, Coach Laz.
All right, we are back. Thanks for that input, Toby. Love hearing from Coach Laz. And that was just an unfortunate play for the Eagles. An amazing catch and run by T2. Coming back in the game, as you said, he was bound to make an impact. He does that, but it's brought back because of the illegal shift. Now 4th and 15, a long 4th down for the Eagles. We'll see what's happened.
Remember, it's only 3rd quarter with around 8 minutes left. Even though the Panthers have a huge lead, I believe the Eagles can still come back if they really try.
And because of that 2-point conversion that they got, is a 4-score game instead of a 3-score game. They could have had 3 touchdowns with 2-point conversions, but not anymore. Tibbetts going deep. He's got his man wide open, Avery, and he just overthrows him. Oh, he had the look. Tibbetts, very unfortunate. Avery was wide open. He would have had the touchdown. Avery had to lace his body out, but he still wasn't there. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Pflugerville gets the ball.
Just slightly right in front of Donnie's hands right there. If he was a little bit further up, it would have been a different ball. it probably would have been a touchdown and would have changed the momentum of the game. Right now, Pflugerville's up, and they're driving down the field.
Yeah, very unfortunate play for the Eagles, as he had the read he wanted. Avery had the great look, got past the DBs, and that's offsides again. Trace Holster, that's the second time he's jumped. Man, second time Trace Holster is called for offsides.
You know, it's really hard to have that timing, you know, when you really want to have that sack, as he's had about 6 or 7 of them. He wants to get another one and do even better as he's around. He's really well in the nation.
Taylor finds Hill. Hill already had a touchdown this half, and he's able to get to midfield. Nice running by Breland Hill off the screen.
First and 10.
Hill now with, because of that long bomb, he had over 200 yards on the season now and 5 touchdowns. Breland Hill has been balling out. He had 8 catches last game, and he's getting close to that mark already. And now an injury on the field. Let's see who that is. Oh, no, that might be the man we were just talking about, Breland Hill. That is a huge loss if it really is him. Not good at all for the Panthers.
Breland Hill, he was the player of the game last week, and he did really good. And he's showing up again this week as half of the balls are being thrown to him, and he's doing well on it. He's catching it and getting a bunch of yards on that. And it turns out he also plays basketball. He's a multi-athlete. He's good at it. He's good at football. He's really good at what he does, and it's really sad to see him down right now.
Yeah, Breland Hill, he really is a great baller. A lot of these guys on this Pflugerville team are dual athletes. We see Cole Taylor, the QB, he's a pitcher also. So the way to sling that ball, it's a lot harder to throw football than it is to throw baseball. Depending on which sport you played first, one is a lot harder than the other. As you know, I played football, but I have a hard time throwing a baseball because it's just a different throwing motion. So to see that Taylor is able to adapt to that and play really competitively at the high school level is great, and he has been balling already. As I mentioned, 43 touchdowns last season, so Pflugerville's passing attack is legit.
Speaking of pitcher, Patrick Waddlington he also plays baseball, and he's also a pitcher, and he's really good at it too. Really talented player right there.
Hill's able to jog off the field, so that's great to see. Penson in motion. Taylor's going to hand it off to Edwards, a rare run play. Jeppy Wynn can't get the tackle. Wadlington has to bring him down inside the 30. Nice running there from Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards breaking multiple tackles on that run, gaining a lot of yards. Great run by him. He's doing a really good job of that. And that was one of their only runs of this game. I'm surprised to see how well that run played out for them, because they're more of a passing team.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe it was because the FBCA Eagles weren't ready for that. That could also be the thing, especially with the big running back, Grant, out this game. So they haven't seen a lot of Timothy Edwards. And they see a lot of him right there as they were able to stop him at the line after a gain of 1.
Great job of the Eagles swarming the ball right there, not allowing their running back to gain more yards on that. Pflugerville's trying to mix up their game a little bit, but the Eagles are adapting, and Pflugerville, they might go back to passing soon and try and mix it up a little bit more.
2nd down and 7 now. Ball at the FBCA 25. Under 6 minutes to play in the 3rd. Taylor's trying to figure out the play. He's got 4 receivers out wide and Edwards in the backfield. Penson in motion. They pitch it to him. He makes one guy miss before he's brought down by Holsworth. Never mind. Penson was still rolling, and he's able to get the 1st down, bringing Grayson Semino along for a ride. What a run there from Quaylen Penson.
Quaylen Penson gets stopped by about 3 Eagle defenders, but gaining about 3 to 4 yards on that. It really helps the position of the ball, and it just helps you to see how strong he is as a player, and his mentality and his physical strength.
Yeah, definitely, especially as a receiver going up against a linebacker. He just dragged big old Grayson Semino. We know Grayson Semino, he's not a small guy, and he dragged him all the way down. He's 180 pounds, 5'9", so as a receiver being able to do that, man, we were just praising Pence, and then he drops that one, but the physicality that it takes to drag around a linebacker and able to pick up that first down is really impressive. 2nd down and 10 coming up after the drop by Penson.
Looks like Quaylen Penson knew it was coming to him, just wasn't quite ready for that ball. He was expecting it a little bit later on the play, probably with a few more yards gained. Just wasn't ready for it, and it caused him to drop the ball because he was surprised.
5:02 to play in the 3rd. Panthers lead 25-0. Ball at the Eagles 17. Wadlington's playing more the middle of the field. They're throwing it towards Smart. Can he get past the first guy? No, he cannot. Great job to shed the tackle by Donnie Avery to get Smart out of bounds.
Great job by the defense, just pushing him out just pushing him out of bounds right in front of the line of scrimmage, but not enough to gain any yards.
Now 3rd down and 8, a crucial 3rd down inside the red zone. Ball at the Eagles 15, 4:35 remaining in the 3rd. And Coach Hoff is telling A.J. Shell to play closer up. We'll see if they try and target him. Taylor rolling out to his left, feeling pressure, and he gets hit while throwing. Nice job. Grayson Semino was there to disrupt the pass.
Taylor saw his man. He tried to look for better options, but as he had the pressure, he had to go with his best option, and it wasn't quite there. He couldn't quite get it to where he wanted to be, as he already had pressure on him, and he was probably a little more stressed from what they were bringing him.
Now 4th and 8, and an interesting situation. We still see the Panthers bringing their offense back on, so maybe this isn't more of a let's run this down their throat and just kill them completely, but maybe they don't even trust their kicker.
Maybe. I mean, all of his kicks have been pretty low.
That's definitely for sure. Taylor's looking to throw, and he has his man McGill, but it's too far behind. In miscommunication, McGill looked just after the ball was thrown, and he wasn't ready for it. Turnover on downs, and the Eagles will get the ball at their own 15. We're going to send it over to Toby.
Those 5th graders participating in the fastest 5th grader race, please report to the north end zone under the scoreboard. Again, 5th graders racing tonight.
Eagles all good so far on the injury front. We talked to the trainer, Dan, earlier. He has stated that he's only had to go out there once, so we're looking all good on the injury front. All we have to worry about now are players getting tired. A lot of players play both ways. Cramping and tiredness is one of the most caused reasons for trainer Dan to have to go in there. That's one thing we'll have to be careful of going into the 3rd and 4th quarter.
And we are back now. Great insight there from Toby Funk Shepard, our sideline reporter for the night. We see 3 receivers in. Handoff is to Wadlington. He's able to break 1 tackle before he's brought down after a gain of 2. Tremont Williams also coming back in the game. His first time back in at receiver since he went out the last time.
We have 3 freshmen in this game. We have Chase Myers, Holden Probst, and Chitu Williams. They're all very excited to come play in this game. And thrilled to be able to play with varsity. And it looks like they're showing up and definitely proving to their coaches that they can play at this level.
And you forgot about one of them, Emilio Yamin, coming in for this game because of Aaron Howe. So all these freshmen, it's great to get these young guys experience. 2 men in the backfield. Fake the give to Meyer. Tibbetts rolling out to his right. Launches, and he has Avery. What a throw by Braden Tibbetts to find Avery for the first down.
Donnie Avery looks to be down. He looks like he's in pain. It looks like it's his leg or his knee or something like that, but he can't get up. And he's looking for help from the trainers.
And that is a huge loss for the Eagles, one of their best receivers and cornerbacks. Not good to see. Looks like his calf, he's just moving it. He's able to walk off on his own completely, jogging off now, so that's great to see from Avery. we'll see now. Avery's going to come out of this. He's just moving his legs. Looks to be a calf cramp. So got to hope the best for him. And now we see Mario Gonzalez, Parker Woolley, Dylan Cooper, and T2 in at receiver. So a very unique receiving crew for the Eagles. Wadlington in the backfield. Tibbetts getting the call from Coach Kitchens on the sideline. Also the new offensive coordinator. Tibbetts dropping back. He's feeling the pressure, and he's just going to have to let this one go. Dylan Daniels was there on the pressure, and that could have been a sack there for Pflugerville.
We haven't seen too much action from Dylan Daniels, but he's also he's a senior, and he's 13th in Pflugerville's district. He's very good, but we haven't seen too much action from him, and he's just now showing up.
3:07 remaining in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. Now we see Grayson Simino coming in for Emilio Yamin. And you can see him shaking his head on the sideline. Yamin is not happy about this past drive so far.
Donnie Avery back in the game. Looks like he's doing all right.
2nd and 10, 3:07 remaining in the quarter. Woolley in motion. Fake the pitch to him. They're going to throw it to Wadlington. It's too high. Patrick Wadlington. Just if that was a little bit lower, Wadlington had a lot of green grass in front of him.
Wadlington, he's not your average running back. He's not your average wide receiver. He's a little bit shorter than them. And Tibbetts might not be quite used to that because, as you can see, T2 is pretty tall. Mario, even though he's a kicker, he's still got height on him. But Wadlington doesn't have that height because he's more of a running back.
Yeah, but putting him out wide, you have to make that throw, especially when you're expecting to pass to him. 3 receivers out left for FBCA. Gio Gonzalez up to the top of your screen. False start now on the Eagles is what it's looking like. And that's just going to back him up even more. 3rd and 15 now. False start on Grayson Simino.
This puts the Eagles in worse ball position. It's 25-0 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. They can still come back if they really try and have that mentality.
So 3rd and 15 now, 3:02 remaining in the third quarter. 3 receivers out to your left. Tibbetts dropping back. He's feeling pressure from Shepard. Miscommunication with Avery, and that was almost picked off there by Gaston.
Number 8.
Mario and Avery both looked like they were going to the same place. Avery just stopping right there. Tibbetts not quite looking at where Donnie was, expecting him to be further down the field, but almost picked off by Pflugerville. Almost their ball right there.
Now 2:55 left, 4th and 15, and FBCA sends out their punting unit.
Mario Gonzalez started out playing soccer, actually. Mario Gonzalez, he was really good at soccer, and he probably got told by somebody that he should play football. So he started out, he did field goals, and he did punts. He never did kickoffs. This is actually his first game doing kickoffs. And now look at the player he's gotten. He's gotten, I believe, a 59-yard field goal, which is really good for high school level. Remember, this guy's a senior.
Yeah.
He's doing really good, especially starting for soccer.
Also, just the mentality from Mario. I've seen him, he's always posting stuff on his Twitter and his Instagram. He's going to so many camps, and he's been working so much this offseason. Out of anyone on the team, if I can name anyone, I would say that Mario Gonzalez pushed himself the hardest this offseason to improve. As you can see, he's now kicking over 50-yarders. 4th and 15, and you see Mario Gonzalez come out with the punt unit. .255 remaining in the third. Eagles punting from their own 25. Feeling the pressure. Lucky that one didn't get blocked. A good punt by Gonzalez. And the Panthers will get the ball at midfield. Definitely saw some problems with the special teams, though, for the Eagles as they had to call timeout. Just miscommunication. You saw B.J. Martin and Donnie Avery running back and forth trying to figure out who was supposed to go on, who wasn't. and they had to call the timeout. So that's not something that you want to waste the timeout on. It's just a punt. But 2:47 left in the third. Eagles still have 2 timeouts. Panthers with all 3, 25-0 Pflugerville. And it has been all Panthers this entire game.
I agree. Something's off a bit about this kicking team. Mario hasn't had too great of kicks. He's had a few, but a bunch of them have bounced out of bounds and a little bit too high.
Yeah, we saw it with the long of 70 last week, and then he hasn't had anything like that. He had a 155-yarder. That's nice. Here, handoff to Edwards. Edwards, oh my goodness, breaks through 2 tackles. He's chased down by Probst. Probst brings him down. A touchdown saving tackle from Brant Probst at the 4. And what a run there from Timothy Edwards. That's not what we see from Pflugerville.
Great run there by Edwards. Remember, this is a passing team, and he's a backup for one Grant. He's doing a really good job. And this is about maybe, I think around his 3rd run, and he's showing himself. He's been doing really good.
Yeah, not many carries for Edwards, but every time that we've seen him run it, he's shown that physicality, and that's what you love to see from a young running back such as Edwards. Taylor rolling to his right. He's going to keep it to himself, and he walks in for the touchdown. Cole Taylor rushing touchdown, and he has all 4 touchdowns for Pflugerville accounted by him. And this Panthers team is keeping it rolling, 31-0 now.
This quarterback's doing a really good job with throwing and even that rushing touchdown. I wish I had him on my fantasy team.
Now 2:03 remaining in the third. Kick is up, and it is good. Pflugerville extends their lead 32-0 thanks to Cole Taylor taking it in himself. But the real hero of this drive has to be Timothy Edwards on the big run that he had, breaking FBCA tackles, and then Brant Probst making the touchdown-saving tackle before they can punch it in with Cole Taylor. Now the Eagles will be set to return this one. Donnie Avery and T2 lining up to return it. They're down 32-0. Want to put some points on the board. Don't want to get shut out this game. 2:03 remaining in the third. Great drive for the Panthers. We'll see what the Eagles have in store for them next on their upcoming drive. You're watching Eagles in the Air. Now we're back. 2:03 remaining in the third. 32-0 Pflugerville, and it has been all Panther ball. It's going to be a short punt fielded by Avery. A little miscommunication there between him and Wadlington. Avery breaking through. Avery gets past the 40, and then solid return there from Donnie Avery after going out with an injury. He comes back in and makes a great play.
It's always good to see a player that comes out due to an injury and then goes back in and then shows that they have more left in them, showing that they can still play in this game and do well in it. And he just showed that right there.
Yeah, we saw it from T2 earlier. He's had a couple of great returns. Dylan Cooper with one great return, and then Donnie Avery. So that's definitely a plus side that we've seen from the Eagles tonight, is this kicking unit is immaculate.
It's good to see number 55 back in, Melvin back in. As he went out due to an injury. Looks like he's gonna give it another shot.
Yeah, as you were mentioning, Donnie Avery comes out and then he goes right back in. He's in and now at receiver, and Melvin McPherson now back in at defensive tackle. Tibbetts looking deep for Williams, and he just overthrows him out of bounds. Yeah, McPherson coming back in, though. He has 2 sacks on the night, so it's good to see him come back in after getting injured.
That pass happened really quickly, and Braden was expecting T2 to be a little further downfield, but he wasn't quite there. the pass just happened a little too quickly for T2 to be right where Tibbetts wanted him to be.
And that's not the first time that we've seen an overthrow by Tibbetts. That's got to be something that he needs to work on, is the deep ball. We've seen a couple of good passes to T2 or Donnie Avery down the middle, just a quick slant. But that deep ball, he's missing T2, Gio Gonzalez, and Donnie Avery. Cooper able to break free. Dylan Cooper, nice run there, making one guy miss. It's going to be 3rd and short. More manageable after that one from Cooper.
Tibbetts went in for Cole Whitten, our star quarterback, senior. He's had a little complications with his wrist, and it looks like he couldn't come in to play this game. And I think Tibbetts is doing a good job taking over that role for him in this game.
Yeah, that's a new position for Tibbetts. He's transferring in from Logos Prep, so not knowing many of the guys on this team and having to take over so early in the first and the third game. High snap. Tibbetts just has to fall on it. Can he do so? No, he can't. I think Pflugerville got that. This might be a turnover going the Panthers' way. Yes, it is. The Panthers jump on it. Great job there, corralling to the football after the high snap.
Fort Bend has been having...
Caleb Smith was able to jump on the football after the high snap, and Pflugerville has the ball in Eagles territory.
Fort Bend's been having some trouble with those snaps. They've been low and high, and it looks like Tibbetts just couldn't find that ball right when it hit the ground. Like he miscalculated where it was, and the ball just jumped the other way.
Taylor takes the snap. He hands it off to Edwards. Edwards already having a great night as the backup running back, and he's bouncing in and out of tackles into the 20-yard line.
Pflugerville is proving that they can also be a running team, not just a passing team, as we were talking more in the first quarter. They've been running a lot the second quarter, and it's giving Edwards some playing time, and he's been proving himself lately, and he's been doing a really good job of that.
Under 30 to play in the third quarter, and as you're saying, it looks like they might not even have to rely on One Grant when he comes back from injury. And we might see more of Timothy Edwards get more involved into this offensive attack for Pflugerville. It's going to be a jet sweep there to Hill. Breland Hill coming back from the injury, and a shoelace tackle. Great tackle there. Gio Gonzalez able to make the shoelace tackle, but he looks to be a little slow to get up.
13-yard line.
Number 12, Braylon Hill. It looks like he was going to go weave in, try to find that gap closer to the start of the play, but he didn't like that gap, so he decided to move closer out and farther towards the end of the farther towards the sideline, but still couldn't find that gap with Gio Gonzalez taking him down.
And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. We head to the fourth and final quarter. Now we have a little bit of a, what is this? Elementary school race? I don't know what's happening here, but they're taking charge across the field. I don't even know where they're supposed to run. This little girl, she's about to make it to the entire.
She's running the whole.
Oh my goodness! At the 10-5 touchdown, Pflugerville. Oh my goodness!
White shirt, black shorts, white socks.
Man, what a run from that girl!
I don't even think she has shoes on, Brad.
Oh, here's the boys' turn. Here we go. Let's see who can make it the farthest. We see a close one right now. Kid in the plaid pants. The pants guy's going the farthest. Oh, my goodness. He's the first one to make it past the 50. I think they were only supposed to go to the 50. That one girl, she wanted to go the entire length of the field. What a run. Oh, my
gosh. A kid in red shorts and a black shirt just did a flip.
Oh, he's doing more.
This kid is insane. He's so good.
What is happening? We're just headed to the fourth quarter, and now we have this. And we got an interview down there with Toby Funk Shepard, our sideline reporter. Let's go to Toby.
Team, and she's been cheering her heart out this entire game. How do you keep your emotions high and the energy high, regardless of the score on the game?
I just think of how positive we have to be and keep cheering for the football team because they need our energy. They feed off of it.
Thank you so much. Back to you in the box.
On your exit, please place all trash in the cans provided. Thank you very much.
Wow, great job there. And I'm still in shock from that race that we saw. We saw the kid in the red doing flips, the girl running the whole length of the field. Some football players can't even do that. This one's a pitch to Smart. We're back for the fourth quarter. And Holster's there for the TFL.
Aiden Smart on the carry. Loss of 1.
Aiden Smart, not decisive on where he wanted to go. Tried to go all the way to the edge of the field, but but there were defenders there. He tried to cut back, but there wasn't time to, and they were already swarming on him.
And Pflugerville with great field position thanks to that fumble on the high snap there. Will Lucifer and Braden Tibbetts, that's something that they need to work on more. New center and a new QB for FBCA. Neither of them played last season. Tibbetts from Logos, and then Lucifer was on the JV team. Now coming up to varsity as a sophomore. That's something that they need to work on more.
Pflugerville looking for a play. Oh, never mind. They'll call a timeout.
Man, what happened? Very indecisive, but Pflugerville will call their first timeout of the half.
First timeout of the half.
Third and four, and they are inside the red zone. 11:08 remaining in the game. You're watching Eagles on the Air. Pflugerville offense and the FBCA defense retaking the field. 3rd and 4 from the 15-yard line of the Eagles.
Tibbetts on the sideline taking a few tips from Cole. He's standing right next to him and the coaches.
That's something that you want to see. It's going to be a handoff to Edwards. He's had a great night, tackled by Gonzalez, but it's after Edwards is able to pick up the first down.
Timothy Edwards on the carry.
Now 1st and goal, ball at the 7.
PHS.
Pflugerville looking for a play from their coach. Still indecisive on what they want to do.
They had this happen before also.
It's when they called a timeout.
Yeah, they had to call a timeout. I mean, it does make sense. It was third down and 4 inside the red zone. That's more understandable. But on 1st and goal, you would have expected that they would have talked through what the next play would be after they get that first down.
It's taking a while for them to find that play.
Yeah, play clock down to 5. They might have to call another timeout here. Play clock down to 1-0. This is going to be a delay of game. Oh, my goodness. What happened there with the Panthers play calling?
Taylor looks to be upset. Looks like they had the play, just not enough time to snap the ball.
Man. 10:22 remaining in the game. Clock now rolling. 2nd and 12 now. Well, it's going to be, actually no, 1st down. 1st and goal with the ball at the 12. Taylor with 4 guys out wide. Handoff is to Edwards. Edwards still running. Timothy Edwards untouched into the end zone. And Pflugerville is piling it on FBCA.
This kid has wheels. Timothy Edwards. Scratch the quarterback on my fantasy team. I want him. He's doing incredible. He's showing himself this game, and he's a backup. He's a backup for a really good running back.
Yeah, one Grant not able to. He was a scratch for this game. So we see Timothy Edwards come in. Didn't have little to any information on this guy, and he's balling out right now. It's another fake. They're trying to get 40 points. Penson's going to throw it to the end zone, and it's caught. That's Keyshawn Ware. Oh, my goodness. The linebacker, Keyshawn Ware, with the 2-point conversion catch.
It was a low snap to Quaylen Penson. I don't know if they even meant to do that. They probably tried to kick it, or they might have gone for the fake. But either way, it was a low snap. and Quaylen Penson had to take the ball either way.
Yeah, and Penson, he's a receiver. I've never seen him throw the ball before, but he hits a perfect ball to the back of the end zone. And Keyshawn Ware, the linebacker, something I didn't expect either, one of their best linebackers, is able to make the catch there for the 2. He was second in tackles on their team last year, taking over for the senior. But, man, it looks like he doesn't even need to play that much defense because they can put him on the offense. Kenneth McGee was first in tackles for this team, the leading linebacker for Pflugerville last season. And then Ware, taking over that job, was second in tackles, the junior, now rising senior. And we haven't talked about him much on the defensive side of the ball, but apparently we were talking about him on the offensive side of the ball first. 9:50 remaining in the game. Panthers up 40-0. T2 and Donnie Avery deep to return. Kick is away. It's a short kick. Wadlington's going to field it at the 25. He's got some room. Got blockers in front. Chase Meyer blocking, and Wadlington is able to get past midfield. Nice return there from Patrick Wadlington, not used to returning kickoffs.
Saw Patrick Wadlington during warm-ups. He was practicing. He was warming up with kick returns. And I think that helped him out a little bit right here. And it showed that he was able to return the ball. And he got a bunch of yards, and especially from that good block from Chase Myers, getting a few more yards with that.
And you see Cole Whitten in the huddle. You were talking about it earlier. He was talking through things with Braden Tibbetts after Tibbetts overthrew a couple guys. So Whitten wasn't in the huddles before that, but trying to get a little bit of an insight to see what's happening, what Tibbetts is kind of thinking through. He's got 2 men in the backfield, so that's less to worry about. Will Kipp, and the handoff is to Wadlington. He can't get much there, in a beautiful tackle. What a tackle right there. That's Caleb Smith.
Really good read right there for Caleb Smith, as he was able to see where the ball was going. He knew right where it was. Even though Will Kipp, he hasn't gotten much action, I feel like he might get more a little further in this game. But it's still a really good read.
Yeah, Will Kipp, the great running back. Well, we know him as the linebacker, but also he's been playing running back some. 7 carries for 54 yards. He had one long 30-yard run last week. So he averages over 7 yards a game. Long bomb in double coverage, and it's overthrown to T2 Williams again. And again, Braden Tibbetts, he's just got to work on that long bomb. He's got the short passes down. His slant route's beautiful. His screen pass is beautiful. But that long ball, he's missed way too many times tonight, and that's not what you want to see from your backup quarterback, who has to come in and start a game now.
We were talking about Will Kipp earlier. As he's coming out of the game right now. Did you know he started playing football in high school?
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive. He also plays soccer. Started playing soccer in high school. He is one of FBCA's best soccer players. The starting center back right there. So Will Kipp, another dual athlete. Tibbetts trying to find his man. He's got a wide open Avery. Avery makes a guy miss. Cuts back inside. Donnie Avery, what a catch and run there. And that's what you want to see from Jaden Tibbetts. Going through his progressions, you saw him looking at the different receivers, found an open Avery, launched down there, and oh no. T2 is down on the field again, his 3rd time being down, and his dad really concerned running out there.
He looks like he's in a lot of pain right now.
Not good.
Remember, he came out of the game earlier.
Yeah.
This is a bad sign. Maybe he shouldn't have gone back in.
Yeah, at this point, when do you say, let's just cut it and keep T2 out? Because this is his 3rd time being down. He's going to have to get taken out of the game again. They were looking through if he had a concussion earlier. You saw Dan, the trainer for FBCA, he was asking him questions, just making sure he's okay in the head. I think that T2 had a concussion, but they're checking on him right now. Yeah, definitely, yeah. That's a concussion for sure. You saw he almost fell down, struggling to walk. Dan's helping him off. His dad right there next to him, the defensive back coach, and not good for FBCA, losing one of their best DBs and receivers. Yeah, he's definitely not right in the head. Looks to be a concussion. FBCA now, the hardest thing, you have to go resume play after losing one of your best players like that. Now, amazing play by Avery and Tibbetts. 1st and 10 at the Pflugerville 25. This is the best field position they've had. A beautiful throw. Brady Tibbetts finds Avery down in the center of the field. Is that enough for the first down? No, it isn't, but it's going to be close. Be a very short 2nd down, but you got to just hope the best for T2. His dad's still sitting there with him there on the sideline.
It's not the best to see a concussion in a player. Remember, like Tua Tagovailoa, he had, I believe, 6 concussions and he's still playing. It's not good to see. You can tell when they have him. Looks like they're about to fall down and they don't have quite control of their body, and it's really hard to be able to be decisive on whenever they can play, because it takes a long time to heal from that.
It definitely does, and we thought that Cole Whitten had a concussion a couple weeks ago. Apparently it was just a wrist and a quad injury, but he's still missing this week, so that's not good. What a tackle right there. Keyshawn Ware, we hadn't brought his name up at all defensively. We talked about him on that 2-point conversion, but what a tackle for loss there as he's able to bring down Wadlington for a loss of 3.
An assist by number 55. Remember, he came out and due to an injury, and he's coming back. He showed that he has the strength and that he's not as injured as we thought, and that he can still play.
Yeah, Melvin McPherson coming back in, and he was able to get there with Keyshawn Ware to swarm and get that tackle. 4 receivers out wide. Tibbetts rolling to his right. He needs some help. Launches, and it's short. He was looking for Gio Gonzalez. Tibbetts got hit late. He's slow to get up, and there's also a flag in the secondary.
Late hit by number 9 for Braden Tibbetts. It's really bad to see a quarterback get up that slowly. But Patrick Wadlington is actually one of the backups for Tibbetts. So I wonder if Patrick Wadlington is ready for that in case something happens.
Yeah, of course you don't want that to happen. 2 fouls on the defense. Oh, wow. Look at that. They have 2 fouls on the defense. First one, illegal hands to the face by Melvin McPherson. The guy that we were just talking about came out, and now he's back in balling, number 55, Melvin McPherson, the big guy on the line. That's only a 5-yard penalty, so they declined it. And then you see they take the roughing the passer, like you were saying, Cameron Thornton with a late hit on Tibbetts. Tibbetts seems to be okay, but now FBCA with the ball inside the goal line. 1st and goal now for the first time for this Eagles team.
Gio Gonzalez, mainly a defensive player. He's back in at wide receiver.
2 receivers out to each side. Wadlington in the backfield. FBCA O-line has to hold up strong. Avery in motion to the left. Tibbetts rolling out to his right. He's going to keep it. Pitches to Wadlington. Wadlington has to get rid of it. No, he can't. Maybe gains 1 or got back to the line of scrimmage as Ware's there for the tackle.
Great communication right there with Tibbetts and Wadlington. But the defense just did really good with swarming that. Even last year, they actually did really good with swarming the ball too. They're a pretty similar team from last year. They're a throwing team, and they're a swarming team. They're really good at swarming the ball. But they have a few different players and a bunch of big changes, which I think are positive changes for their team.
Yeah, we always emphasize Pflugerville is a very pass-heavy team. But in actuality, their entire receiving corps is new. You look at the big 3, you got Breland Hill, Quaylen Penson, and Aiden Smart. They're all new. You just have Cole Taylor coming back, but he was able to adapt to having those 3 guys in his offense. And they're going to call for a timeout. FBCA calls for a timeout. We're going to check down with Toby Funk Shepard, see what you got. 5:54 remaining, 2nd and goal for the Eagles. Toby, what you got?
Now the offensive lineman here, and he's going to walk me through how our offensive line has been coming about since training camp at the start of this summer.
Okay, so there's a lot of things behind the scenes y'all don't see. My boy Holden, that's a freshman, dog. He's a freshman. He's playing varsity football in Texas. My Will Kipp's little brother, I can't ever remember his first name, Will Kipp. He's a freshman. Let's go. I mean, Lucifer, he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. Y'all are getting mad at him. These are people. We just gotta block. I mean, really, there's been so much progression y'all don't see. I don't have much more to say. There's been so much progression in this O-line. I couldn't be more proud. My boy Bartman, come here, Bartman. Bartman's a dog. He puts in so much work. Let's go, Eagles fly. Let's go, baby.
Eagles fly.
Thank you. Back to you in the booth.
And we're back. We saw that sack there. Keyshawn Ware. Oh, my goodness. He was able to hawk down Tibbetts. Thanks for that input, Toby. Love hearing from offensive lineman Aaron Howe. Sadly, he's not playing today. So that's very unfortunate, but we see Grayson Semino coming in to take his spot. A great sack there by Keyshawn Ware, and he's out for revenge ever since I called his name. What a hit! Oh, my goodness. Patrick Wadlington is down, and he would have had a first down, maybe in the end zone, but Caleb Gaston was there immediately for the hit. He saw it going to Wadlington, and he said, not today.
It was also almost picked by Pflugerville. Their defender just wasn't quite there. He was so close. Maybe went right through his hands, but it went right to Patrick, and he got, as Bradley said, a really big hit, and Patrick was really slow to get up.
Yeah, he was shaken up, but he is back out there. FBCA is going to be going for this one. At this point, you don't have much to lose. 5 minutes left, down 40. So you got to just try, okay, if we really need it, 4th and 20, what are we going to do? This is a play calling situation that they're going to have to work on, and a false start, Patrick Wadlington. He got out of his break way too early. That's going to back him up 5 more. It'll be 4th and goal from the 24. After the false start from Wadlington, Tibbetts takes the snap, feeling pressure, launching towards the end zone. Oh, in and out of the hands of Gio Gonzalez, and you know he's going to want that one back.
Gio Gonzalez, remember it's his first game playing. It just hit his hands, right bounced out of it. He might have been expecting that throw, but it looks like he just looked at our quarterback and wasn't quite ready for that. It was slightly a lower throw.
Yeah, and that's one thing that happens. You run when you're playing football with your friends. You see that your friend's about to go up and climb the ladder to get the ball. That's what Donnie Avery did. He jumped all the way up there to try and catch it. So you're not expecting to get the ball, but it goes right over Avery's head, and Gonzalez was not ready for the catch, and the ball goes straight in and out of his hands. Very unfortunate, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. Pflugerville football. Handoff to Edwards, and they're just going to try and run this clock down. But Grayson Semino sits down Edwards. Under 5 minutes to play in the game. Pflugerville's just going to try and run this one out and keep the shutout, 40-0.
This game's a big communication game when it comes to snaps, when it comes to reading where the ball is going to go, even when it comes to getting a play call, which Pflugerville is still trying to get a play.
Yeah, I think that they're also trying to run this clock out, but you have to be ready to snap the ball. We saw the delay of game and then the timeout that they had to call before. That was a beautiful job getting it right there with 2 seconds left, snapping the ball, and a nice tackle by Kip to make it a harder third down. It'll be third and about 6 or 5.
In past games, Will's had a lot of action on offense and playing running back and even a little bit of wide receiver. And he hasn't gotten much action on the defense side of things. He still has gotten some, but I think he's trying to get back in the mentality of things and get back in the action of things.
Yeah, last week he had a great game. He absolutely blew up a cornerstone running back for a fumble for FBCA last week. That was one of the greatest hits that I had seen ever in high school. High snap. Backup QB is in. He's going to throw it down to Jones. Jaden Jones finding some room. Jaden Jones makes B.J. Martin miss. Jones past the secondary. Jaden Jones chased down by A.J. Shell, who comes all the way from the other side of the field to bring him down at the 30.
Pushed out of bounds by number 3, A.J. Shell.
3 minutes to play, and A.J. Shell, that's not his play to make. He's not supposed to be the one tackling that guy. 3:08, and A.J. Shell runs from the opposite side. You see him at the top of your screen right now. He ran all the way across the field from the bottom. A great cut, though. You have to see those lines when you're playing corner, but he is not supposed to get that play. That's a play that Mario Gonzalez and B.J. Martin have to make 100% of the time.
Great effort by A.J. Shell there, what Bradley was saying. He was on the opposite side of the field, and he had to cut all the way across just to get that tackle, which no one else could do. Shows how fast he is. And his sister is also really good at track, also really fast.
Yep, the dual athlete, A.J. Shell, also running track. Handoff is to Edwards, and he is met immediately by Semino and Kip. This linebacking duo has been great.
Loss of 2. Tackled by number 20, Will Kip.
This will take us to the 2-minute timeout if they let it run out. Most likely they will. 2:15 and running, so they're just going to let this run out to the 2-minute timeout. We also see the backup quarterback, Jordan Molina, coming in. So his stats are going to definitely look nice with that Jaden Jones pass, but that was mostly just Jaden Jones making a play as he ran all the way across the field, make a couple guys miss. We hit the 2-minute timeout now. Ref's not blowing the whistle, never mind. Oh, we're not going to have a 2-minute timeout. Running clock because the score is so high, 40-0. So they're just going to keep this clock running. Pflugerville's going to let it run down to about 2 seconds. Snap the ball. Handoff is to Edwards right there. And Trace Holster, oh my goodness! Slams a dude down. A body slam by Trace Holster.
Timothy Edwards and carry.
Trace Holster, very powerful right there. Just slams him down the ground, as Bradley was saying. Very strong right there. And he's gained a lot of muscle since he came out of middle school. He had the height when he was in middle school, but he didn't quite have the muscle. He's really working on that and how it's going to affect his defensive playing. And right there we can see that it's all coming together.
And I'm actually surprised that they didn't throw a flag on that. That was a unsportsmanlike play by Trace Holster. That's not something that you see out of him a lot. He's one of those guys who really shows that Christian character, but an absolute slam of Edwards, and Edwards limps off the field. Gotta hope that he's okay. Molina able to get the snap. It's a high one. Handoff and brought down by Gonzalez, but not after getting past the secondary. It's Karan Ross, usually not playing running back, the third string. We also see late flags. This is just getting scrappy now. These guys are just letting the game get to them. Very emotional when they can just let this clock run out right now.
Pflugerville is a very good team when being known for being a passing team, but also having really good runs with both of their backup running backs. They're doing really good. It was a really good run right there with their third string running back.
Yeah, 29 seconds left. They're going to call unnecessary roughness on Pflugerville. Just after the play, just doing too much. That's exactly what you're not supposed to do. And that's just going to push them back. They're probably just take a knee or get a quick handoff to just end this game. Or that actually might be good to end it right now. Yeah, it will. They can just let this clock run out right now. 20 seconds, and what a game from the Pflugerville Panthers. They really showed out on all fronts, offense and defense. The receiving trio and Cole Taylor looked amazing. Cole Taylor had a crazy game.
I was expecting a great passing team. Good job doing passing with this team, which they did. They had really good passing. But I was really surprised when they showed how well they can run the ball.
Yeah, totally.
With both of their backup running backs, because one Grant is out and both of them really showed up. So I don't know if one Grant's going to be coming back in, because both of these running backs have done really well.
Timothy Edwards really showed why he can make a statement for this team. So a good game from Pflugerville, and FBCA really needs to fix something. As you can tell, 40-0 is not the outcome that they expected and not the outcome that they wanted. They got to get some guys healthy first. A great game here. I'm Bradley Hanna, here joined with Lauren Hanna. Pflugerville wins it 40-0. We'll see you next week, where FBCA will be away again, taking on Concordia in Beaumont. I'm Bradley Hanna, here joined with Lauren Hanna. Pflugerville takes it down 40-0. You're watching Eagles on the Air.
Yeah, it's right there. Hey, Chris, if they're not talking, we can break down the camera? Yep.